time to start getting real. It's time to stop listening to pussies like Nick Tanconi, to idiots like Bob, who basically, start with, oh, we do things differently in the UK. Well, I'm not in the UK anymore. And by the way, can you get that AK-47 out of my head? I'm just doing this video under coercion. Honest. I'm outside of UK. That was my finger. I've seen a video on Watson's channel. I like Paul Watson. Funny guy. You know, this creep who's the Green Party leader. Oh, we got a multicultural mix here. Let's enjoy. And that's actually one of my politically correct, woke hate expressions. Enjoy. But anyway, this is what we need to do. We have people in our country coming across on boats. They are filth. They are people who are not there to share our values. They are not there to, they're not there as genuine asylum seekers. There may be one or two. But I'm sorry, this is a national security issue. Any other country worth its salt, be it China, be it Malaysia, be it anywhere, would point a gun and say, go the hell back, or we're going to shoot that dinghy and you're all going to drown. Now, apparently there's a police officer who's now being suspended because privately he expressed his view. That is what Starmageddon is going to lead to. While I'm not exactly a fan of the Met Police, he said that the Somalians are a pain in the neck. Yes, Somalians can be a pain in the neck. I've got the freedom to be outside of UK. Anyway, we need to get real. The post-war migration in Britain has largely been a success, with one exception, Pakistan. Now, you're going to accuse me of basically pandering to my Indian viewers. You're going to accuse me of all sorts. Well, I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to say it like it is. This is what we've got. We've got a problem with Pakistan. Ideally, a brave government needs to declare that, and also the grooming gangs. We need to get real. Anyone convicted of grooming gangs needs to be deported to Pakistan if they have Pakistani heritage. I'll explain why. In Pakistan and India, they have a system whereas if you have ancestry, you can have citizenship of their country. Brilliant. Go back. Go back to where you came from. Problem solved. Indians have enriched this country. I don't think Norman Tebbit would be too pleased, but, I don't have a problem with Indians going to the test match and supporting India. Well, I almost did it, actually. I mean, I'm so sick of England at the moment. Maybe God saved me from yet another James disaster, but I wear my India shirt with pride, yeah? And I was quite prepared to go and support the blue team at Lord's, and because I'm literally embarrassed to be British at the moment, literally embarrassed. It's an embarrassment being overseas and British. But no, we need to, with the grooming gangs, we need to deport them and import their entire family, yeah, and extended. That should sort out a few things or two. Now, you'll just accuse me, oh, you're a racist. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. India is a country where Muslims, Hindus, and Christians live together. And that's why one of the people who I would like to meet, quite genuinely, is Modi. You say the word Modi, you get a reaction. I would like to have a private conversation with Modi. Because Christians in India pose no threat to national security, in my opinion. I'll leave it there. We have a national security threat. I'll give you another story. In the 90s, I won't say which part of the 90s, because I'm actually older than I look, and when people ask my age, they say, "Oh, do you want your actual age, or my mature age, or or the age I lie about?" I can still lie and say I'm in my 40s, just about. So a cricket match, and there were loads of Leeds fans there. And I know what Leeds fans are like. And they just decided to go to the cricket and get completely trolleyed. And I was with my very politically correct friend, and they were chanting Yorkshire, Yorkshire. So, of course, because I was trolleyed, this was back in my drinking days, I started chanting Essex, Essex. Anyway, the whole thing was like going bad. And then some of the Leeds fans chucked a load of bacon at people supporting Pakistan. And it's the only cricket match I've been to where I actually thought it was going to kick off. But then something was said to me at the end. Now, obviously, I was trolleyed, I was chanting. The chants coming from the Leeds fans were 8 till late Pakistan. They were like chanting tax. God, the whole crowd would get arrested these days. I'm just telling a story from my time in UK, Kira, in case you're listening. Wanker. Anyway, what happened was one of the Pakistani women, who will now be, she'll be probably a grandmother. She said the words, and she said it. Now, the other person who was there, I would challenge him to actually repeat this too. She said, "You came to colonize us. We've come to colonize you." There are too many statements coming from Pakistanis in Britain that are deeply, deeply worrying. Just go on YouTube, you'll find it. This channel primarily exists, I didn't want to do this, to stand up for the rights of Indians, to stand up for the rights of the Jewish community, and yes, to stand up for the rights of genuine Christians. There is no such thing as a Christian nation. There's this idiot called Chris Wickland running round with this, "We are a Christian nation." No, we were a nation that had the Church of England. Look at the state of it now. The Church of England, by its very nature, is a political institution. And now we've got the Archbishop of Canterbury. I really wish we would just love each other. Have you actually read the Bible, Archbishop of Canterbury? You don't have to look very far, actually not very far at all, to realise that we are all born with a sinful nature. I just happened to be born with a really, really bad one. It was we have, and she's just saying, "Oh, look, we just won't allow hate to take root in our society." Well, we've allowed it to take root. We need to do something about it. We need to do something about the invasion that has happened. What is coming across on the boats is an invasion. It's a Trojan horse. It's an invasion. What has come across from the filthy country of Pakistan, that, by the way, people don't even realise what the name means. I would actually support the renaming of India to Bharat. People say I'm not pro-BJP. I'm not, actually. I'm neutral. Obviously, India had the great Gandhi. I actually think we need to go down the road in Britain of civil disobedience. I think things have got to the state where the government is at war with us. They really are. They are at war. If you've got opinions, the government don't like you, yeah? I've already got enough that even if this job didn't work out, I might get on a plane to America and say I claim asylum. I'm not joking either. People actually don't know when I'm joking, when I'm not. That's a useful trick to have. It's a useful thing to have. And the thing is, we need to get real. We need to get real. Now, I don't know whether in the interim we have peace talks with the Pakistani community and say, look, you can have Luton, you can have Rochdale, we'll get our lot out. We'll have checkpoints, do what you like. There's too many of them. You think I'm joking? I'm not. That's not appeasement. That's actually getting real. I'm going to do a separate schools video. We have all this safeguarding in schools. What about safeguarding for the kids who've been bloody raped by taxi drivers? And when they're interviewed, they sit there and they don't even have a conscience. It just makes me angry. I'm so angry. I've had to leave the country I love because it's become a complete hellhole. It's become a complete hellhole. And about 70% of it is Pakistan. Ooh, now the gloves are coming off. Let me tell you something else. When the first Pakistani invaders came in, when these people came in, they started buying property. We've got a real problem on our hands. Like I say, we need a law and order government. Farage is a pussy. Farage needs to get real. We need to sort out among the Pakistani community who, like Zia Yusuf, clearly shares British values, but who, like Shabana Mahmood, like Sultana Bran, and people like that, who clearly do not share our values. We need to get real. Anyone saying they want Sharia law imposed on Britain needs to be deported. Anyone who's ever caught saying it needs to be deported. I mean, we're going to have to buy a big ship. I'll lend you a boat. Anyway, we just need to get real. Now, this isn't a case of why do I then, because then all you Barbites are going to go, why am I so harsh on Tenkoni? Because he pushes a world which doesn't really exist anymore. I mean, I think it's, I've just seen a video that Peter Hitchens said in 2009 that the Middlesex Crusaders had to change their name. I mean, obviously this country has a connection with the Crusades, which failed, by the way. That's another reason why I don't like the talk. We are a multicultural nation now. Enjoy. But the trouble is that I'm sticking up for the cultures which do not cause a problem to ours. And I'll give you an example of 3. First one are our Jewish community. They are insular, they have their own traditions, they have their own beliefs. It is the only race which is also a religion. Am Israel High. I heard Bob, Demon Bob, say, what does this country owe Israel? Or words to that effect. That's a disgrace. Because in actual fact, this country betrayed the people of Israel. We abstained in 48. It was only the American government who said, look, they were promised the homeland, rightly or wrongly. Israel, here we go. Thanks to America, Israel still exists. The next video will be a video on the filth that is going around our schools.